Welcome to another episode of the Bahamas Real Estate Brief with Glenn Ferguson. Today we are featuring remarks made by the Prime Minister in Parliament announcing the rent assistance mandate on April 27, 2020.
The following are long-awaited details of the government's intervention of tenants and landlord matters presented by Prime Minister Minnis in Parliament on April 27, 2020.
Would implement a program to assist individuals who have rental obligations and whose income has been impacted by the ongoing Covid-19 pandemic. Today, I wish to announce the details of such program and how it is to be administered. This program, Mr. Speaker, is limited to residential rentals only. It is only for those whose employment or income has been affected by COVID-19. Individuals will have to provide documentation to their landlord to qualify for this program. Those who qualify for this program will be able to defer, or in other words, to postpone a portion of their rent payment for the next 3 months. Landlords will be required to defer 40% of the rent due per month for this 3-month period beginning with the month of April 2020. Landlords will not, for the 3-month period, be able to evict tenants who were in good standing prior to April. Landlords, Mr. Speaker, will not be able to disconnect the electricity or water for tenants who were in good standing prior to April. Mr. Speaker, I am engaged in the real estate industry, and before such laws or such rental processes was implemented, I had discovered that adjustments were already made to me before we embarked on such procedure. This means, Mr. Speaker, for example, that if the individual's rent is $800 per month, they will be required to pay $480 per month over the next 3 months. The remainder will be deferred or postponed. At the end of the 3-month period, individuals will have 12 months to pay back the deferred amount. This means that individuals will have to pay the unpaid rent back to the landlord, but will have a full calendar year to do so. I note again, Mr. Speaker, that landlords will not be able to evict any tenant who was in good standing as of March of this year. That means that there should be no evictions between now and the end of June unless the tenant has been already legally eligible for eviction before April. I want to be very clear, Mr. Speaker. This is not for individuals not to pay their rents. I advise those who are still able to pay, who are able to pay their full rent, to do so. Mr. Speaker, it is important to recognize also that landlords depend on rental payments for their own income and often to pay off their bank mortgages on their rental properties. And this is why those rental payments can be deferred, but they cannot be eliminated. I am pleased to advise that the commercial banks have indicated that they are open to deferring the mortgage payments of rental properties to the extent that landlords are affected by this program. And to qualify for this program, Mr. Speaker, a renter must meet the following criteria. They must be renting residential property inside the Bahamas. They must be paying a monthly rent of $2,000 per month or less. There must be no more than 1 month in arrears with rent. They must be a Bahamian citizen or legal resident. They must be able to demonstrate that their employment or income stream has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And renters will have to provide the evidence necessary to show that their income has been impacted by COVID-19, and they will have to sign an agreement to repay the amounts deferred. This will be mandatory for all landlords for their qualifying renters. In due course, I will present the revised order to give effect on this program. Mr. Speaker, it is my hope that renters and landlords can work together through this unprecedented time to implement this program with full cooperation by both sides. Landlords may, with the agreement of the renter, decide to provide a bigger deferment amount. And qualifying renters can decide that they want a smaller deferment or no deferment at all. I am asking landlords and renters to approach this with understanding and with patience. Many renters are on unemployment assistance and will not have the means to pay full rent. And many landlords have mortgage obligations to meet with the banks for these rental properties. They and other landlords also depend on rental income to take care of themselves and to take care of their families. The government's policy, Mr. Speaker, is intended to recognize that all parties, including the banks which hold mortgages, have a stake in this matter. I am asking for a sense of national solidarity, personal and collective responsibility, and goodwill.
Have questions on buying, renting, or selling real estate in the Bahamas? Call or WhatsApp our real estate specialist and Bahamas Residency Consultant, Glenn Ferguson, at 1242-395-8495 today, and let him help you with your real estate needs.